Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be discussing about the calculation of interest on capital. All of you are familiar with interest on capital calculation. So there are certain questions like this. They will talk about usually how we calculate the interest on capital. There will be one amount of capital for each partner. On top of that, we will be calculating interest on capital, right? But there are certain questions where partners are withdrawing capital in between the year, and partners are investing again additional capital in between the year, so that multiple times capital is coming into the business and capital is leaving the business. So in such a scenario, how to calculate the interest on capital? So the question which we are going to discuss is related to that kind of situations where partners are withdrawing multiple times, partners are again investing additional capital multiple times. So these kind of questions, how to calculate interest on capital in these kind of situations. So without further delay, let us jump into the question. As you can see, on 1st April 2013, as you know, whenever you are calculating interest on capital or any interest, it can be whether it be interest on drawings or interest on capital, any interest on loan, date of that amount is very important. So remember that 1st April 2013, Mohan and Sohan entered into partnership for doing business of dry fruits. So obviously they started business in the beginning of the year itself. And Mohan introduced 1 lakh as capital and Sohan introduced rupees 50,000. Since Sohan could introduce only 50,000, it was further agreed that as and when there will be a need, Sohan will introduce further capital. Sohan was also allowed to withdraw from his capital when the need of capital was less. Meaning is like this: as the second person has invested very less money in the beginning compared to the first person, so there was an agreement among them that whenever the business needs more money, the second person has to invest that money, and when the business has extra money with it, then at that time, that means when there is no need of that capital, he can withdraw it. Okay, that was the agreement that they had between them. And as you can see, during the year ended 31st March 2014, Sohan introduced and withdrew the following amounts of capital. I will just zoom in for clarity. So as you can see, these are the amounts that he withdrew. 1st May 2013, he introduced 10,000. Again 30th June, he withdrew 5,000. 30th September, he introduced again 97,000. 1st February, he withdrew again 87,000. These are the amounts that is given here. So such a scenario, you know that his capitals are changing. After every couple of months or after every few months, capital amount is changing. So in that situation, how do we calculate interest on capital? How do we calculate interest on capital? So first we will think about the second person, that is the complicated part, right? Then we will come to the first person. First person's calculation of interest is very easy, as what is there? He is only introducing one time. 1 lakh is introduced only once. So calculation is not much difficult. But as the second person involves or is involved in a lot of transactions of introduction and withdrawal of capital, his capital, how to calculate, interest on capital, how to calculate. For that, I would like to draw a table so that the calculation can be done in the single table itself. Okay, so for that I am drawing a table with the dates. Okay, with the dates. Say for example, as the first day is 1st May. Okay, so these are date column. Okay, this is the available capital until that date. Available capital until that day. So if you calculate on 1st May, okay, even 1st May, when I write also, you may be getting confused. So I will just take like this. I will write 30th April instead of this. 30th April instead of this. Why am I writing 30th April? Because 1st May he has introduced 10,000 rupees. So from 1st May onwards, you should understand like this. It is like this. There was Sohan introduced 50,000 on which date? 1st April 2013. So if you calculate interest for that 50,000, you have to calculate interest for how many months? Because next change that is happening in his capital is on 1st May. That means 1st April till the end of April only you have to calculate the interest for how much rupees? 50,000 rupees. So second column I will name is as 50,000, or name it as amount, and I am writing 50,000 there. So 30th April when you are calculating interest, so it is like this: whenever the person is bringing more money and investing as capital, and whenever a person is withdrawing money from his capital, in both these dates we have to calculate interest up to that date. That means 1st May 2013 we have to calculate interest up to 1st May. Then after 1st May till 30th June, this 10,000 will be there. So between 1st May and 30th June, we have to calculate again interest. Then again after 30th June till 30th September, we have the same amount. So between these two dates, we have to calculate again same amount of interest. Again between 30th September and 1st May, we have to calculate again interest. And from 1st February, not 1st May, 1st February, then 1st February to March 31st, again we have to calculate interest. Hope you are getting the logic why we are doing like this. So before every change in capital of Sohan, we have to, just before that, we have to calculate the interest up to that date. So here first change happens on 1st May 2013. So until 30th April, we will calculate the interest. So 1st April till 30th April. So amount to calculate interest is obviously 50,000. Now we will calculate the interest. Okay, for how many months? 50,000 into 1 by 12, because only for 1 month we have to calculate the interest, because 1st April till 30th April. And this one, what is the rate of interest? It is mentioned here 6 by 100. So how much you will get? Rupees 250. Rupees 250 you will be getting as the answer. So until 30th April, for the amount that was there as capital, we have calculated the interest. Next is what? 1st May onwards, the amount is changing. So 1st May, to make it clear, I will write like this: 1st May to which date? 30 June. Because June 30, again there is going to be one change. So 1st May to 30th June, that means 1st May full month and June full month. So how much amount is there? Now this 50,000 will become how much? They have added one more 10,000, right? So 50,000 will become 60,000. So 60,000 into how much? Before it was 1 by 12, now it will be 2 by 12, because 2 months interest we are calculating, into 6 by 100. So how much you will get? Of course 600 you will get. Now when you have to calculate the next interest, from which date to which date? 30th June, one change is happening. So 30th June means obviously July onwards. 1st July to which date? 30th September. 30 September. We have to calculate the next interest. Hope you are getting the link why you are writing like this, okay, or why we are mentioning 1st July to 30 September, because all these dates amount has changed. So before there was 60,000, on 30th June what he did? He withdrew 5,000. That means now only 55,000 is there. 55,000 into which date? How many months? 1st July, that means July full, August full, and September 30 only next change is happening. So 3 months interest. 3 by 12 into 6 by 100. So that will give you, how much you will get? 1, 4, 2, 3. You will get 825 as the answer. Now on 30th September again it is changing. Again he is introducing 97,000. So 30th September means obviously we can start with 1st October. 1st October till which date? 1st February next change happens. So 1st February itself. Or we can just write 1st February means you can just write Jan 31st. Okay. Until that again there is no change, right? So 1st February what is happening? 87,000 is coming. So 1st October what is happening? That means 30th September something happened. Now we had 55,000. 55,000 plus how much? They have added 97,000. They means Sohan has added 97,000. Now totally how much is there? We have 1,52,000. 1,50,000. Only 1,52,000 we have to calculate again interest at the rate of what? Obviously 6% only. For how many months? 1st October means October will be counted. October, November, December, Jan full. So obviously 4 months interest into 6 by 100. 4 months interest into 6 by 100. Here also 3 by 4, 2, 3. Okay. Basically you will get 3040. 3040. Now what is happening after Jan 31st? 1st February he is withdrawing 87,000. So 1st February onwards. 1st Feb till which date? March 31st, that is the end of the year, right? March 31st, you have to calculate interest again. So 1st February, what is the status of the capital? From 1,52,000, how much amount is gone? 87,000 is gone. That is what is mentioned, right? 87,000 is withdrawn. 87,000 is withdrawn. So how to calculate that? I will show you all the amounts once. I think it was not visible before. First case you will be calculating 250. You will be getting 250, and second case you will be calculating 600, and third case you will be getting 825, because third case it was for 3 months. Again fourth case it is for 4 months. Okay. Now last one, 1,52,000 minus 87,000. How much you will get? 65,000. Again 65,000 for how many months? 1st February till March 31st. That means February full, March full. So 2 by 12 into 6 by 100. 6 by 100 you need to calculate. So basically you will get rupees 650. Rupees 650. So these are the values of interest on capital for whom? Sohan alone. Now what are we supposed to do? Add all these amounts. We need the total interest on capital. What is the question? Calculate the interest on capital of the partners. That means individually you don't have to show. We need to show the total interest on capital of Sohan and total interest on capital of Mohan. So when you are adding it, how much you will get? Rupees 5,365. Sorry, rupees 5,365 as the answer. Okay. Now for one person's amount is done. That is the complicated part we have done, and so Sohan's amount is there. This is Sohan, but they have asked us to calculate the interest on capital of both the partners. So basically next person, who is that? Mohan. Mohan's interest on capital calculation is how very easy. How to calculate? He has invested how much rupees? 1 lakh rupees in the beginning of the year itself. With that, it is mentioned, right? 1st April 2013 he has invested, both of them have invested 50,000 and this one. So 1 lakh into how much percentage? 6 by 100 is enough, because for the entire year we have to calculate his interest. So how much? Rupees 6,000 will come. So 6,000 for Mohan, and Sohan it is 5,365. I hope this question was, or I could make you approach this question in a different manner. So these kind of questions are also very important when it comes to the boards. So I hope this was a good session, so that you can use this method later when this kind of questions comes. Thank you.